Well, it certainly is a very tricky environment right now, Mr. Khosla, when it comes to the startup landscape. There is a lot of uncertainty. There's global recessionary fears. We've been seeing pink slips being doled out by the dozen, to put it very mildly. But you had gone on record to say that you need to follow ace investor Warren Buffett's mantra that you should be fearful when others are greedy. In light of that, what do you think startups need to do in terms of their focus on profitability? What do you think will separate the men from the boys?
Well, my view is India is particularly good at what's the right term, jugaad innovation, like really surviving in bad times is a strength, particularly of the Indian entrepreneur. And I think frugal startups make for better startups in the long term because you take more time testing your ideas. If you raise a lot of money, then you're likely in execution mode and you fail to spend enough time saying, am I building the right thing? What will work? Is my assumptions about customer acquisition right? Those kinds of questions. And I think a frugal time makes you focus on the key risks a lot more. And that results in better startups. So I do think it's a good time. Also keep in mind, when funding is less available for your competitors too. And you're not paying Google and Facebook a lot of money to advertise your startup because your competitors aren't doing it and things become more capital efficient. So I think it's a particularly good time.
And you've also gone ahead and said that it's a great time for VC investing. What's driving that optimism?
I would say the following. First, the euphoria around late-stage investing has gone away. And that's good for VC investing. The valuations are more reasonable. But there's something more fundamental going on here. The war in Ukraine and the COVID crisis really caused a very large change in the planet. Everybody's focused on getting out of China and not be solely dependent on China for supply chains, whether it's for steel production or manufacturing iPhones. And everybody's focused on not being dependent on, at least in the West, on Russian gas. And Europe is making a strong energy transition. Those two phenomena probably create a 20-year cycle of creating alternatives that can only be done cost effectively with real technology innovation. And I think those areas will be very promising areas to invest in. Those two areas, which are very unfortunate crisis, but it behooves us to make the best of the crisis that happened and take advantage of it to build a better planet. That and the AI phenomena, which we've talked about, creates a real engine for innovation and hence for venture capital.